Hi, welcome. Christie Cawley here with Center for Victory. I'm really thrilled you've taken the time to tune in. One of my favorite topics, I talk a lot about it, is strategic succession planning. It's really a whole philosophy and approach within organizations to look at elevating their organizational performance, moving it forward by simply leveraging their talent, taking a look at who the people are in our organization and where they want to go and where we want them to go, right? It's creating a plan. Sometimes there's some hesitancy in really talking through succession planning options or considerations with employees. I have found from working with a lot of leaders and coaching them that a lot of what gets us tripped up is this sense of, well, I'm making a promise to someone, and what if I'm not able to see through on that? And I think that's a valid concern. I think all of us, when we lead with integrity and authenticity, want to be able to make good on what we've promised to someone. So I have a suggestion for you. Rather than creating a conversation that infers some type of promise of an end result, why don't you actually be open to creating a plan, right? Actually talk to the employee. Take a look at their values, what motivates them, how they prefer to work. Remember, sometimes somebody has a different approach to how they work, and they can be so successful, even if it's a little different than the way you would do it. Okay? Really getting to know the individual. What makes them tick? What do they aspire to? What kind of experiences are they craving? Where are they feeling energized by their work, and where are they feeling a little depleted? What might you do as their mentor coach to help alleviate that, to help align them with the path forward? And then set up a plan with them for the experiences and exposures within your organization that might enhance their capability to lead in the future. Emerging leaders are a really significant group within our organization. And with all the media and the attention and articles, I'm sure you're bombarded with them every single day, a lot of people lose sight on what emerging leaders look like. Sometimes they have leadership titles. But where our company is going and what we aspire to achieve requires all of us to up our game. So even though I've arrived in the C-suite, or even though I have a VP or director title, I may still have some growth ahead of me. And succession planning helps to address that need within your organization as well. See, fundamentally, when you think about succession planning, especially strategically, it's really about optimizing your business performance. It's about a pathway forward for your organization to ensure continued health and success. You want to grow your talent. You want people to have room to come with you on this journey. So you have to actually be a little clear about what the journey is. So we always start with strategic succession planning with really making sure you know where your organization is from a health check. Okay, how's your culture? How's your business practices? How are your plans? How are they doing? Number 2, what are the roles that are required to meet those requirements? Really study those roles. Put all the people stuff aside. I'm really talking about the fundamentals. What does the business require? Let's get really clear about that. Then you can kind of move into succession planning, which adopts more of what I would say a traditional approach, which is really the life cycle of employees, hire to retire. Okay, we hope they'll stay with us, and again, I'm sure you're doing a good job on retaining them. But this pathway forward, how do I continue to grow as a person as well as a professional, is really at the heart of your talent strategy. You really can't retain talented people without having this as a critical element in your business practice and philosophy. It's really not just HR stuff. This is called business leadership stuff, right? It's the key to achieving success. If we could run the business with just one person, there'd only be one person here. So take a look at your plan and make sure you have a plan for the plan. Okay? What are those elements? So we've talked about it. Check in with your organization. Is it a healthy culture? Is it engaged? Do we have a roadmap for success really clearly articulated within our organization? Do we know where we're going? Have we invited people to come along for the ride? Number 2, what are the jobs and how are they changing and evolving to keep pace with where we're going? Number 3, who are my people? Literally, who are my people? Some of us work with employees all the time, and we see them only through a particular filter or lens. We see them in the role that they're in, and it's hard for us to understand what more capacity they would have. What if someone has been working as a strong performer for years in a really tactically oriented job? They know the processes, they know the practices, they show up, they're dedicated, they give you their very, very best. But what if we unleash their talent? What if they actually have a strong talent and inclination for strategy, thinking out of the box? Are we actually creating a way for them to express that talent and grow it and nurture it? Could they be that next key person that we need for a role over here? We like to use predictive index to help us better understand that. You see, there's a saying out there that your number one asset is your people. Well, I have to say, people are great, right? We're all perfect just the way we are, but your number one asset is the right people and the right job, because that's where you're going to get your end results. And when people actually feel understood and supported and capable of doing that work and understanding what the expectations are, time and time again, their attitude is aligned. They're going to give you their best. And their best is usually pretty good. Okay? So role design, and then take a look at the fit. Is this person going to naturally be motivated to work this way? And if so, what do we need to do to get them ready? That's where the techniques like 9-box, succession planning, people analyzer, there's a lot of different tools that you can use for this. I'm not sure what you're using right now. Be happy to share with you what I've used. But really taking a look at that role alignment, the requirements of the job, and then the fit, the natural fit for someone in that role. And then have a conversation with them. Inspire them, lead them, mentor them, invite them to participate in their own career. I promise you, you'll have really successful results. Want to learn more? Contact us at Center for Victory. We really love to help people grow. We want you to be a champion for yourself and your organization. Log on at centerforvictory.com. Thanks.